deep in your
What if
shit.
I like that type of stuff.
Then I'll enjoy it even more.
Good. I guess we have like a mutual thing.
Oh.
I thought this was about gaming tonight.
Oh, you were sadly mistaken.
Take it. This is about kinks and Tumblr.
Hey, those are things
And
to talk
Tumblr
about.
kinks, which are strangely odd.
Y'all need Jesus.
Well, this was one hell of an intro.
Jesus kink, man.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Joe. Today I'm here with Jen,
Yo.
Austin,
Hey.
and our guest for today's podcast is John.
What's up?
All right, let's start this off. What all have you guys been playing these past few weeks?
College.
Been playing a lot of Ark and Overwatch and Halo Wars 2, which is kind of cool. Master Chief Collection.
Master Chief.
Overwatch.
Master Chief Collection's always fun.
Oh yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Ark. I'm currently on Ark, hatching an Argentavis egg.
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna fully hatch it tonight because I don't feel like staying up.
That-
until 7 in the morning.
Yeah, but it takes such a long time.
Yeah. I've been at this for a couple of hours now. It's only about halfway hatched.
I would cry internally.
Well, to be fair, all I have to do is sit here and watch it to make sure it doesn't get too cold or too hot. It's between 3 air conditioners and a fire and a penguin. I'm good. I literally don't have to do anything else right now.
Alright. Austin, man. Besides draining your life in college, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Company Heroes 2, League of Legends, and a little bit of that Dawn of War 2, the better one than Dawn of War 3. Dawn of War 3 sucks.
If you're not careful, you're going to trigger somebody.
That was the point. Fight me.
You better take it all back.
So you just been
One-
chilling back and playing Dawn of War and all that stuff?
Bunch of RTSs and MOBAs. Yeah, that's all. Every time I turn on the Xbox, I get a little death note next to my face. So I just decided not to do it.
Okay. John, what about you, man?
A mixture of Rome 2, Stellaris, and Overwatch.
Now, you recently got a new laptop, right?
Yeah, MSI.
Okay. Is it nice having everything in pretty graphics again?
It's nice just being able to keep up with everyone. My processor was horrible
We keep losing
before.
Jen.
And she's gone.
I think she restarted her Discord. But yeah. Now, I have been recently playing a load of Darksiders again. Just had that itch for dungeon crawlers for some strange reason.
How's that going up for you?
Surprisingly well. It's good to see some of those old games make a comeback and all that other fun stuff. But it's really intriguing because now that E3 is rolling around, they surprise everyone with the announcement of Darksiders 3, which it has a load of hype behind it already, since it has a lot of the old heads of THQ from the Darksiders development team behind it.
It looks interesting so far.
Mm-hmm.
I never completed the first game, and I never even played the second, but the trailer for the third looks funky.
It does. It's going to be an interesting playstyle because they've all really ranged on what could happen and what you can do.
That's kind of cool.
And that's always the big pluses of it. It's like friggin' Darksiders. Darksiders 1 had your basic dungeon crawler experiences. You had your warrior playstyle, thief, and fuck, I think it was range, thief, and you had your warrior playstyles. And then in Darksiders 2, I wasn't sure what they were going with it. All I knew, it was very open world and explorer heavy, which made it a very good game. That and the story wasn't half bad either. That's all I really remember of it. Overall, it's like, apparently within Darksiders there is their version of the Horsemen are Fury, War, Death, and fuck, what did they call the last one?
Strife, I think.
Was it Strife? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is interesting to me because traditionally it's.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of works. Fury is more like a 7 deadly sins thing, which the trailer did mention something about the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, apparently you're hunting the 7 deadly sins in it. And that's a major...
That might be where Fury comes into play.
That might be. Yeah, and then on top of that we have they released any new info on friggin' Destiny 2 yet, or no?
There's been kind of some. There was an invite that was sent out, a physical invite that was sent out to some hardcore Destiny players who, for I don't know exactly why or who they chose. That kind of hints at the Traveler being dead or something, because on the invite, ghosts, which and if you notice in the trailer, you didn't see a single ghost. So that kind of makes, and the Traveler was apparently on fire, so that kind of makes me think that the Cabal did something to the Traveler, and
blew
now
it
we
up.
don't have ghosts.
They blew it up.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. There's all kinds of theories out right now about.
But without the Traveler, wouldn't the Guardians be dead?
Well, that's why they could get into the city. Because with the Traveler, we would just keep respawning, but they can actually kill us now, apparently.
So,
okay,
when you die in the game...
You die in real life? It's like that was like a really bad Halo machinima, I remember. Where the dude was like super fucking playing Halo. It's like, you get shot in the game, you get shot in real life, and he shoots himself in the fucking leg.
There's an interesting fan theory also with that about Rasputin having taken. It was a abandoned plot point apparently where you had to rescue this exo for Rasputin, and apparently there are pictures out there of this exo that Rasputin is controlling. So that could be a thing that we're gonna have to find that exo in Destiny 2.
Okay.
Outside of that, I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting thing. I want to see how it plays out. Again, we'll see more when it comes to E3 with gameplay and shit like that.
Yeah, I feel like they're holding out until E3.
Yeah, because they've been pretty silent up until that point.
Yeah, which, I mean, it kind of makes sense considering what happened with the last game. Destiny 1's big launch flop.
Yeah, it fell victim to the hype train, so I could see why they're keeping it pretty sealed.
Well, it would have been hype if fucking Activision, pardon my French, didn't do what they did. Activision made them scrap pretty well the entire game within like 6 months of actually releasing the game.
Actual release time, yeah.
They had to pick and choose little things to make any kind of game.
But we'll see what happens, because we don't know if they're keeping the same formula or not and all that other fun shit.
Yeah. I mean, there's new characters, so that should be interesting. New classes.
But then, outside...
Hopefully the bosses aren't bullet sponges.
Outside of E3 and all that other fun shit. And speaking of games in general, the YouTube advertiser issue. Apparently it started to affect the Call of Duty community.
Really?
Because guess what's too violent?
Oh, of course.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. Okay, so apparently there was a YouTuber out there that made a COD video, and then he made a video about sour milk. The COD video got twice as much views, but made 4 times less revenue, but the sour milk one made 4 times more revenue.
How does that even make sense?
It's the fucking advertiser thing. I think it's their current algorithm.
Oh. Their
Because
algorithm is broken.
because it's like they keep trying to fix it now that they're trying to, I don't want to say pander to their advertisers because that's wrong. It's Austin, what is the right word I can use for this? Appease?
Pander to their advertisers.
It kind of is.
Yeah. They're trying to target like violent situations, and they're trying to keep advertisements off of people like who, I don't know, say fuck the police or
It's called soft censorship, where it's not censorship, but it's heavily encouraged. You don't do this if you want money.
it's fucking censorship.
Yeah.
It's censorship.
But the thing is, I'm sitting here, and the big issue is when it comes like YouTube right now, it's like several of the biggest things on YouTube. Actually, the 3 biggest things on YouTube right now is toy opening channels, sadly,
Sneezing.
Lego stop motions.
Those can be
Those
kind
are-
of cool though.
Those
are
can
pretty
be cool, and gaming.
And sneezing.
Those are the 3 biggest things on YouTube right now.
You forgot sneezing.
Oh, there's also fucking ASMR, but no one really likes that.
No. Here are the real 3: ASMR, sneezing videos, and how to draws.
Sneezing videos?
Yes.
Are you?
Lots and
I
lots
think
and lots
I
of
think you've been
people.
on 4chan a little too long.
Yeah,
No,
feel like
I just watched the newest PewDiePie video, so now I'm trying to bank off of that role. Sneezing videos, man. Just if
PewDiePie-
you're a mildly attractive woman and you can sneeze and you got a camera, you got money.
PewDiePie is one YouTuber. He doesn't define YouTube.
No, but that was just kind of.
And I'm pretty sure it was a joke.
and that's why I'm joking about it. Apparently, can't joke about it. Can't joke
Of course
about
not.
it.
It's no fun. You can't joke about anything on the internet. Come on, don't you know this?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Tumblr will get
Sorry.
offended.
Don't skin me. I've done wrong. I've done wrong.
Too late. They're after you.
Too late.
You'll be in your house
They can
tomorrow,
smell
you
you.
feel it.
SJWs are seizing.
I'm doomed.
You are.
You are utterly.
You are extremely doomed.
But yeah, SJWs, if you ever want some money so that you spend it on roasting me, get a camera, sneeze, and get some advertisement out of it.
Hey, you'll get more out of that advertisement than Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's funny because it's not just COD that I've noticed. A lot of gaming videos, even the Yu-Gi-Oh one I did, got severely nailed when it comes to revenue.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh yeah.
Was that
A
the game,
card
or
game.
was that because we were cursing?
It was the card game. We weren't really cursing in it. Not at all.
Oh, you.
Why the Yu-Gi-Oh though? That's not violent at all.
There's
Witchcraft.
monsters and shadow realms, and it's Jesus wouldn't want it.
But it's funny, it's like certain games I can understand, but at the same time, it's still a game, and I guess it's boiling down to the definition what an actual violent video game is. When it boils down to this, because YouTube's ad thing, it's we have to adapt to it, find other outsources. I'm not relatively miffed about that, because they'll tweak the algorithm, and hopefully things will fucking pan out normally.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
They usually
Because
do.
last thing I want to do is play a shitload of Minecraft.
You secretly do though.
Come and play Ark. I mean, they might tag you for nudity, but you never know.
If I want to do that, I'll play Conan Exiled.
And they'll tag you for
Fucking dong
Dinosaurs?
physics.
Oh, you know what you can play? You play Slime Rancher. There's nothing violent about Slime Rancher.
Yeah, there is. They eat each other.
they eat each
It's
other
fucking
and
auto cannibalism.
then they mate with their brothers and sisters. That's incest. You can't do that.
I have
Okay.
yet to figure
I
out.
would
how-
But no,
make a
it's
joke,
like
but it's
when
probably
it comes to gaming, there is outright violence, and then what is it? Fantasy violence? I'm trying to remember. There's like specific ones that are tagged when it comes to certain games.
I honestly don't know.
I think there's violence, fantasy violence, and then there's a third one. I think there's a third one. But I mean, it's sitting
Mild.
there.
anything that has violence.
I think mild violence. Mild violence would be like your Minecraft and shit like that, and then you have your violence, which would be like GTA, and then you have your fantasy violence, which I believe is Doom.
And they tag all of that.
I think if it just in general has violence, because I'm not sure what the outlook is on Minecraft videos right now. I might make a Minecraft video just to test the waters with it.
It couldn't hurt. Do a little bit of
Mhm.
an experiment on it.
Yeah. But
It's a dark road.
it's a dark road. I would love to do a Minecraft series, but it's just finding the time and then making sure you have a server. Things
Yeah,
which I can't, things I can't really afford right now because I would love to go back and play that stuff. And of course, here is our fourth member here, Fox. Hi, buddy.
Are you the fifth?
But fourth, I'm the host.
Well, you're a member. You're a person. You count.
I'm
it
in-
would be.
I'm
it'd be
a,
fifth.
yeah, dude, don't judge me.
I'm
I'm
severely.
an
different.
omnipresent being, like Gus.
You count.
Prove your omnipotent powers, fool.
Because I'm
I
stabbing you in
denounce
the
you.
neck right now.
Oh god.
Okay, guys, so you clearly count. 22 of us.
No, but it is interesting right now because even in general when it comes to gaming and stuff like that, when it comes to the YouTube ad revenue, it's gonna boil down because gaming itself, the Let's Plays and everything, it is a major advertisement for developers because it is very cheap to do, and YouTube is a massive platform where hundreds of thousands of people will watch a video and then want to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Or if in some cases, like, what was it? It was the one about the forest fire? Or that dragon, I think it was Dragon Cancer? Or Dragon something? It
Was that the one that was canceled?
it wasn't canceled. It was a fact the developer got really pissed because he felt that YouTube was hurting his game because no one wanted to buy it and experience it. They would rather watch it and experience it, say, through Markiplier or Jack. Because that's the issue. They're a storytelling game, which are meant to be experienced by you playing it, not by other people playing it and you watching.
That's true, but I mean, not everyone is actually into playing that kind of game either.
Mm-mm. It's a very big niche.
Oh.
What?
Hello.
Hello.
Our fifth person is now talking.
Mm.
We now introduce Fox.
Yeah.
Hi, Fox.
Don't mind Austin. He's just
Wow.
tortilla in a cage.
I'm just a meme in the cage. Don't mind.
Spite on my rage. I'm still
What's up?
just a meme in a cage.
Well,
But with that,
Can
oh,
you 1v1 me on Final Destination?
the movie?
huh.
That just went way over y'all head.
I know what you're talking about. I was just giving you shit.
So bad. The movie. That movie is horrible. Gave me nightmares.
Gave
I was
you
like, man.
nightmares.
Dude, death, it was just like, hey, you survived a car crash, good for you. Now death is gonna haunt your ass until you're dead.
No.
If you want to talk about an omnipotent
Huh.
presence, that movie does it right. It's just like, hey, you can't stop this thing. You can't see it. can't do anything about it. It just does things, and you die. The end.
You know, here is something interesting with Darksiders 3 coming out, and obviously Darksiders is a violent series. Even though we're killing angels, demons, and whatever the fuck. Do you think it will suffer the same fate as like COD and Doom and things like that when it comes to the advertising section?
Yeah. I guarantee the Darksiders 2 videos are already suffering. It's just... It's got religious undertones, you can't do it. And you're also killing angels. So that's violent.
Someone's gonna complain, and then it's gonna be hit.
Oh, guaranteed. They're gonna bitch that there's gonna be people that'll bitch it's a woman protagonist. Like, SJWs are ruin everything. They're gonna, the fucking SJWs are gonna bitch because they're gonna be like, she's too sexy. Fucking male power fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna have people who complain because it's too violent.
Not violent enough.
Not violent
Feminists will
enough.
say she has too big her tits.
What
Tits are too big, it's not realistic.
What she has actual pretty big fucking tits in her character model. At least she looks like she has armor.
Oh, great.
It's not like a skimpy leather bikini. That's what I have to be happy about, at least. But no. Fox, are you looking forward to the new Darksiders?
It depends.
It depends.
Depends who's making it. I literally know
It's
nothing
the
so
same.
far.
It's the same group as who did Darksiders 1 and 2.
I'll have to see what they're planning to do with the story.
Yep. From what we understand from the little announcement trailer, this takes place during Darksiders 2, and Fury is hunting down the 7 deadly sins.
Oh, okay, of course she is.
Guaranteed we'll run into some people along the way.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Still pissed off at the ending of the second one.
Because it's really interesting because this game has been in development hell since THQ got shut down. And when it boils down, the original game was gonna have her as the protagonist, and then there was another concept for the game which was gonna allow you to play as all 4 of the horsemen. That's how that was gonna work.
Sad face.
For all we know, that might still be in the pipeline, but they
Why
might
can't we
do.
have...
But they might do a what the fuck the other guy's name is?
I don't know.
We had Death War...
Fury.
Fury...
What is it?
Austin, you said it earlier. What the
Oh.
fuck is it?
Strife.
Strife. There we go.
Pestilence or yeah, that's Strife.
And then we'll have Strife. So, from what I understand, if they're doing this, they're probably gonna do an Avengers style thing, which we already have War, we already have Death, we're gonna have Fury, hopefully, and then they're gonna do Strife, and then if things are right, it'll either be the 4th or 5th game. It'll have all 4 of them in it. So fingers crossed about that. Because I would have to say, going through and replaying the first one, it is a fun throwback and the gameplay still holds up, and I'm hoping that they keep the same relative mechanics, or change it up just enough to match the play style of the character. I do love her character design, though.
I do, yeah.
Looks really damn
Is
good.
there a picture you can link?
Did you not see the trailer?
Nope.
I sent you a link to the trailer.
You did.
I
Well,
did
shit.
send you. Wait, I can pull it up really quick.
Knowing my luck, I'm too busy. Rolling all over the place.
Too busy or being a pimp, one of the two.
Hey,
It's a
shut up.
taxing job.
You pimp.
Is it
Talking
hard
to his
being a
pimp.
pimp?
Here we go. I found a picture of Fury.
Well, the back of your hands always hurt.
Dude, she's got really nice hair.
Bitchin' hair. That's like
Her character
one.
design is pretty cool.
Her character design is gonna be really cool, but I can already see a bunch of people complaining about it.
Well, yeah,
Why?
'cause someone's gonna look at her boobles and be like, "That's a problem."
Her butt is too unconcealed. I don't know what the fuck I was going with that. I'll
Her
have
butt
fucking
is
tracer
flat about
I
issue.
wonder if they're gonna still give the collectible loot in the game so she can have different armor sets. That's gonna be another problem because someone's gonna say they're all skimpy.
True. That is
Well,
true. I'd like
yeah,
to see
armor
different
slows you
armor
down,
sets.
you know? The less armor, the better.
Well, from what I understand, it's like her armor's gonna be light anyways, since it looks like her character's meant more on quick attacks, using
see
that
it.
whip and all that other fun shit, like we saw in the trailer.
Yeah, that whip looks like fun.
I mean, she's not gonna turn out like Bayonetta. We all fucking know this. If she does, oh shit.
Oh,
Bayonetta
that pretty sure
didn't-
half
I'm
the
not
planet
gonna
would-
complain.
Bayonetta was like, "Yeah, this is how I am. Deal with it."
Fuck you. Fuck you, Nintendo. I'm gonna be strangely sexual.
Seriously, you complain about Bayonetta, you get a heel to the throat. Negative hair. It was weird. It was weird times. Knowing Darkseid's is probably gonna be equally weird in its own way.
I never played any of the Bayonetta stuff, so I got nothing. I got no comment there.
Have you played
It's strangely
Devil May
sexual.
Cry? Have you ever played?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah, so it's basically take
Imagine
Devil May
that, but
Cry,
turn up the bondage.
Yeah, turn up the bondage. Replace your gun with boot pistols, and yeah, that's pretty much what you do. You just beat the crap out of guys and shoot them with your boot pistols.
Oh, hey, I
and then
found a in-engine screenshot.
You turn your latex hair clothing into giant attacks and get naked as you do it.
Oh,
No, that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
No, she actually looks pretty well armored, and I like that.
I don't like her hair as much in that one.
For fitting the rest of the characters, they didn't look like they really cared about their appearance. So, I mean, it fits the rest of the characters.
It does. I mean, in reality, I think it's not really the world design anymore. It's more about the gameplay, because each of the games are very solid.
Gameplay is always an important thing to have.
I mean, the story is also there, which is strange.
Well, I mean, if there's
It's
Not
a
many
good game,
games can-
It's not gonna be that strange.
not many games can pull off the whole, well, like original Doom. Well, you're a guy who's gonna go shoot demons. That's all you need to know.
That's true.
Because everybody kind of stops and says, I want Avengers Marvel storyline with my video game. I want to have to like buy 7 games down the line. Cough, cough. Kingdom Hearts. Cough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kingdom Hearts is at 2.9. Give us 3 already, you fuckers.
0.9?
Yeah, there's Kingdom
Yup.
Hearts 2.9 came out.
Why?
There's 2.8. There's
Make any sense?
There's Birth by Sleep. There's fucking Dream Drop Distance. There's you name it. Look at how many games they produced, and it's usually just remakes, adding a couple of fucking
Somewhere in a deep dark dungeon, Sora's just like bonded up, and they're just milking the crap out of him for money. And it's
Ew.
a terrible thing.
My mind went somewhere.
Of course it did.
Man, you guys are all gutter minds. You guys gotta need.
Welcome to my channel.
John, what do you say? You all need Jesus? Is that how it goes?
No,
Y'all
even
need
Jesus
to be
saying, screw
blueberries.
this, you can't fix this shit.
John, what do you think of this though?
You think Sora should get let free?
No, I'm talking about like the Darksiders and YouTube advertisement issues. Not milking Sora, you dirty fuck. He's a child, man. He's a child.
Is he really by now, though?
That child took
Not
out
anymore.
like an
That's a
army
fair
of
fucking question.
Not anymore.
He's a man now. Whether he likes it or not.
That machine made him a man.
I think they need to friggin' tie you guys up and just throw away the key.
They
Careful,
kept
don't like
pumping.
it too much.
They kept pumping and it didn't stop. More games kept pouring out of them. All over the map.
Okay, I am definitely going to church after this.
All right, but John,
you too.
what do you think, man?
Friggin', as for you, with the YouTube ad issues, I think they need to sit their guys down and figure something out already, because this has been going on for a long time. They keep saying we're gonna fix it, we're gonna fix it, we're gonna fix it, and so
And they
far it
never
just
did.
seems to be getting worse and worse.
Yeah, that is true because they're sitting down here right now on a very slippery slope. Because it's like what a handful of people were doing has now affected the entire community. And the downside to that is that you can't really oust those videos and outright remove them. Because YouTube, as it is a public platform. And it would also be... It's also an American-based company. And then when it comes to us Americans, we like our freedom of speech.
You like your freedom of everything.
I want the freedom to eat as many hamburgers as I fucking want, damn it.
What do you mean, you people, huh?
I'm Canadian, not American.
Hey, start saying.
Okay, we'll give you as much
and
maple syrup as
fine.
you could dream.
Oh,
Start apologizing. You're too mean.
I don't care.
What kind of back? Can't even.
Best kind.
You're not a Canadian. Not
I'm
the
the
American
best
Canadians that I know.
No,
Yeah.
she says to be like some Americanized Canadian, apparently.
Well,
I have
mean,
no
I
idea what
did
to say
live
to
in
this.
California for a couple of years when I was a kid.
How was that? I've never been there.
California? It was nicer back then.
I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure there was a severe lack of a drought.
Yes, that's true too. There was a severe lack of a drought.
It was a symbolic representation of the YouTube drought we're experiencing now, but with real problems.
Yeah. But with real problems. Yeah, losing massive amounts of money just because someone can't make up their mind is a problem.
Nah, man, that's like
No,
first
no,
world.
no.
That's a
Supposed to
Tuesday
be,
right
don't
there.
you know this?
I mean, the argument is that people are, like, some people are going, YouTube's over, you fuckers gotta get a real job.
Yeah, man.
But to be honest, there's a lot of work behind YouTube.
There really is.
There is
like,
a fuckload of work behind
it's more
YouTube.
than just, oh, I'm gonna make a random video and throw it up. There's so much work involved in that.
I think some of the people who say that they have to get a real job are probably mad because these people put in the time and effort to do this, and they
they're
haven't.
successful.
Yeah.
These people have put in the time and effort to be successful, and these other people complaining haven't, and they're not, and they think they should be successful.
But
anyway.
I work a 9 to 5 at a rail yard, and these guys just sit in a chair and do whatever.
I mean, what's the difference in sitting in a chair in the office, chair in
Yeah.
a studio, or sitting in a chair, blah blah blah? Like, it's just because someone's independent and someone's managed to take advantage of an opportunity that a third party allowed them to do, doesn't mean it isn't a real job. It just means that they actually used their brain and they got lucky while your ass got stuck in the system. So shut the fuck up.
Austin against the system.
Fuck the system, man. I'll be a YouTuber and a Canadian at the same time. I don't know how it's gonna
Oh,
happen,
man.
but I'll make it work.
Just move to Canada.
Oh my god.
You have free
It all
healthcare.
makes sense now. It's so simple.
Or how about this? If they're so upset that these guys are successful, why are they sitting at their computer watching them?
Well, half the time I think they're just hopping on when shit happens.
Yeah.
And then they don't fully understand what the development time is to going into any of this. I mean, hell, doing anything from, like, say, opening up a store in a game to actually earn real money, or making the objects yourself, modding, editing, Photoshop even.
There's a lot of different skill sets that are involved in making videos.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in anything, like, Fox, for instance, you fucking have a Second Life store. And you make all your own items. How long would you say it took you to learn how to do the modeling and shit like that?
I don't want to get into the amount of times my life I've wasted. It's too big of a number of time I've wasted.
So many lives wasted. I've counted like 3 wives withering away by now.
They dry up when you don't touch them.
Yep.
It's kind of a weird
Somebody
scenario.
Without affection, they wither away. But I spent so much time on my store.
What was
But
that
yeah,
like
just-
at your wedding? Come on.
That was loud.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
but takes a lot of time, and
It does.
yeah.
I mean, I've spent... Austin, you too. How long does it take for you to edit a video? Even if it is just a simple Let's Play.
If I have an hour of content and I wanted to drop it down to like 10-15 minutes, I'm usually sitting there for a good half an hour putting in edits and things like that. I'm actually taking the time to review all of it, and then you have to wait for the render time, then you have to wait for the upload time, and then you have to do the edits on the upload, and then you're ready to submit the video. It's great.
On top of fucking term subjects, the Photoshop work that goes into it.
Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. You have to make your thumbnail with Photoshop.
Which
Good
is
lord.
usually pretty simple if you already know what you're wanting to do. It could take some time. Overall, that entire process can take almost like half a day.
If you
Like-
keep pumping videos consistently, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna say this right now, to make some of my videos, and I would say the Killing Floor video I made, that took me at least 2-3 hours to get that fully edited. Or maybe a little less. It might have been 2 hours because I was also procrastinating it a bit.
You were watching a YouTube video every 10 minutes, not lie.
No,
Little
I
bit of
was
editing,
getting
a little bit of-
distracted and working on something else at the same time.
Yeah. Same thing. You get it.
But it's an interesting...
Procrastination.
It's an interesting thing because it's a matter of capturing the footage, editing it, Photoshop work, and putting it out. And as you get more complicated edits, the more time that goes into editing or making more complex models or something like that, it's the more time that literally goes into it. And then it's also sitting there waiting for the payoff.
Beautiful.
Talking about shitty cycles that never end. Did you know there's another Five Nights at Freddy's game coming out?
It doesn't surprise me.
Another one.
Of course, it's a money-making machine. Why would you ever stop?
Well, there's also a new book coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Wait,
get-
a Five Nights at Freddy's book?
Yeah, there's already one
Yeah.
out.
There's
yeah,
a
it's
book?
called like Silver Eyes or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's Silver Eyes.
I don't trust it.
Books.
The book isn't actually half bad. It feels like it's written poorly, but it's not half bad.
It feels like someone wanted some money.
Well, it helps tie in the stories between Sister Location and the FNAF area. It's sort of like what they did with XCOM.
Question:
Answer.
Do you feel like it's lazy when a company or a game developer ties their story with a book or some third-part media because it was too difficult or too much time to do it within their games? Like, for example, the biggest one that gets their ass ripped for it and gets controversy all the time is Halo, because like between Halo 3 and 4 and a couple other books, they have a shit ton of books tying all the things together that they couldn't because their protagonist was a soundless, emotionless asshole until the 4th game, where he suddenly had it hard on for an AI. So, you know,
I actually really like the Halo books, so I'm not going to complain.
I love them too.
They're
but
pretty
the-
good.
I enjoyed
But
them. Like,
the controversy, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a hypocrite because I've bought like over half of them, but that's not the point.
That's all of the point.
But some people will sit there and say, why couldn't you take these books and make that a game? Why couldn't you add this important character development, story-driven plot, and cool action scenes that I'm reading and put it into a video game I can experience?
Because here's the question. Do you want it cinematic like Mass Effect, or do you want it true to how it feels?
I want to play more Halo games.
And
Well,
also,
We're supposed to be getting 2 more.
yeah, we're getting
Better
2
gonna be
more. Revenge of the Master
what?
Chief and Arby.
But I want Halo games that have anything but to do with Master Chief and RB.
Yeah,
because
but
those are the
then
cool
it's
things.
like, the funny thing is, we're very minor. It's a very minor group that's yelling that. Because, yeah, we read the books. And we really enjoy the story. Like, for instance, one of my favorites is Ghost of Onyx.
Ghost of Onyx is so good. That could have been its own. That could have been its own game. You could play as Kurt. Up to
But
the
then
very
again,
end.
you also have the Halo gaming community, which is very large, who do not like... Think of how much flack Reach and ODST got.
oh, sad face.
And now they're both considered one of the better halves of
And
the
people
Halo.
will still argue you down that they were absolute fucking shit.
Well, I
Those
mean,
people
here's
are-
the cycle of Halo. See, when the new Halo game comes out, everybody points at the old game and says that one's best. So like, it's a cycle that slowly moves on, and like all the old Halo games are always the best. You can't say shit about them, but like this new one, fuck you for liking it.
Yeah,
Well, no, even today, it's like people didn't like Reach because the armor abilities and things like that. And that was
Reach was
that,
amazing.
I still
And that-
say screw armor lock.
Yeah, armor lock is something that needed to die.
No,
It did.
Armor Lock was the greatest thing. You guys are just bad. And you don't know how to defend yourself against it. Says every armor locker.
Yeah.
Right, basically.
But
I know
as
how to
it-
work around it, but I
as
still
it
hate
sits down, though, even today, people will argue you till you're blue in the face that those games were bad
Or
because of the
red.
fact you were not playing as the Master Chief. It contributed nothing to the story, which ODST did.
Reach contributed so much to the story, gave you a reason why Master Chief is.
Yeah, but the
fucking
thing
there in
is,
the first
people
place, and
saw
Cortana.
Reach. They wanted to play as fucking Blue Team.
No. I give a shit less about Blue Team and Reach. I liked what happened. You got to play as a character for you. It made you feel included to the world. That's what made that important.
That's what I
Anyone
liked
says that
about
shit
it.
is fucked up. That's basically saying I don't like me being a part of the game that I like. It's like,
And then
why?
there was ODST, which people were upset you weren't playing as Spartan.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
that was the
but
whole
at least
highlight of that
it's still
game, is that you didn't have to play as Spartan. So like,
It was really, really cool.
I actually felt like I would die in some scenarios. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I
fuck
know.
me.
that actually really pisses me off that someone would even make that argument. I bought Halo ODST because I thought I'd be a Spartan. Halo ODST. It's called Halo ODST. What the fuck did you think you were gonna play?
Yeah, but
As Spartan in charge of an ODST squad.
I guess you have to play a Spartan with ODSTs.
And then they didn't like the fact you were crawling around in the overworld map and things like that. There was a slew of things people didn't like about it. Personally, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed
so
both
like-
Reach and ODST.
I honestly liked ODST because it kind of felt like more free roamy. Like
Mhm.
you actually had a choice where you were going.
Actually felt like a bit of a world and not just a linear path.
Yeah, because I mean, like when you're playing like most Halo games, it's like go this direction, kill this shit, and you're done. And like
Well, yeah.
ODST was like go find what you need to find, and I'm not gonna tell you anything.
Pray you don't run into hunters.
Yeah,
Or the sniper jackals when you only have SMGs.
yeah, just fuck
You
your
ran
life.
into that issue. I knew exactly where to find the carbine.
They just need to make a game where it's third-person Halo and you play a squad of Marines and get your ass killed by grunts.
You know, and the other thing is, when they did Halo 5, they introduced Noble Team. Not Noble, but, fuck, who were they called?
Osiris?
Halo 5?
Osiris. Yeah, Osiris Team. No one liked Osiris. No one.
You try to get people to like characters too quick.
It's
In
like,
a campaign that was too short.
mm-hmm. It was like, for instance, I don't like
Same
Locke
way,
because I don't like Locke. I read the books.
Same one where they made, like,
job.
Bucky a
Mm-hmm.
It's just because Locke was a normal, like, straight man, and that's boring. So
Locke tried to kill the Arbiter, start a war for Oni.
yeah, he's a loyal soldier to Oni, which Oni is the backbone of both. That's everything that has done good and bad for the UNSC.
I can hear people screaming at you.
Dude, people get so
Spartan
upset
program.
when I defend Oni. So many people are just.
I
ripping
won't deny
at my
that they
fucking
are.
throat.
I won't deny that they are the tech backbone.
Oni
But
made
if it
everything
was
possible.
If it was just them, they would have gotten shot in the foot.
But that's the point. Oni would never exist if it was just them. Oni thrives on putting everyone else on the front stage while they can do the dirty work. And it's fucked up.
You mean let
What?
everyone die while they're trying to succeed?
Exactly. And it gets things done.
No, it doesn't. It just makes you look like an asshole.
Well, call me an asshole. I just saved your life with a spark. And then I made Infinity in the background, and now the Covenant can never attack us again. Fight me. Oh wait, you can't because you don't know where I am, and now you're locked up because I just.
Oh, cool.
forced
I'll just start
fucking
blowing
shit.
up every one of your installations I can find.
Don't pull a fucking Rogue One on me.
Just glass the planet, you'll be fine.
Nah, fuck that.
That's too much work.
They're as bad as Cerberus. They wanted to spark another war because they thought they could take on the Sangheili, but in fact they would have been severely fucking screwed.
No, they were fine. They were fine up until.
They're
the point.
banking on one ship.
No, they're banking on that ship in the fleet, and that one ship can take out everything the Covenant had at that time. Because they were unorganized, they didn't have a full crew. The ships that they had were already like fucked up as it was.
I would not bank on one ship.
They had the fleet.
Well,
as well.
Here's the problem with the Sangheili thing. If you wanted to take them out real quick, right now would be the best time because they're in the middle of a civil war. So you already are, like, both sides are fighting each other, so they're already killing each other. So it's best to come in and just take them out while they're both
So,
Yep.
not really paying
so this
attention.
is the thing. It's not that simple, and that's why I get so angry because people always say, "Why didn't you do this? Why are you making things more complicated for yourself, Oni?" It's because one thing is certain.
They're afraid they're
Oni-
gonna get punched in the nuts by the elites.
No. Oni wants to kill the Sangheili, just like the Sangheili want to kill the humans, but Lord Hood and the rest of the UNSC who think they're in command but aren't actually want to do the peace treaty. So you have two different sections of the same faction wanting to do two different things, and they're both committing at the same time. Because if Lord Hood was like, "Yeah, man, let's just fucking kill him," then they would just mac the sinking planet till there was nothing left, and then end of story. But that wouldn't be an interesting story because we need the elites in Halo. So what do? They go.
And you're rambling.
It's a good point.
It is a good point.
Rambling happens.
People
It
need to know.
does.
People need to know.
And
that
people are
Oni
sitting
isn't
here and
stupid.
like, it's not the fact that Oni is stupid.
We're a little dumb.
It's the fact it could be a very poor choice
damn it.
knocking out the elites. Would you rather have them in your pocket?
They had them in their pocket. Though. They figured out how to poison their food supply so they could starve them out.
Austin? Would you rather have them in your pocket and be able to use them when you can,
No.
or completely wipe them off the face of the earth, and then
Wipe
when
them
something else comes along that's probably worse, which in Halo, oh look, we have fucking Cortana gone rogue.
Yeah, and now she's using the enemy that we
Would-
didn't kill against us.
She's using what's left of the fucking Covenant who are worshipping them.
And apparently it made a big enough difference that we have to see them and shoot them
And
in
for
the
an
next
attack.
game. And the game after that.
Congrats, we always constantly have to fight Covenant and Brutes. It is the key enemy in Halo.
I know, but it's funny
Hey, as
because
for,
when people bitch about the situation, it's because the plot forced Oni to be the things that people don't want them to do. Real Oni would never have let that shit happen. It's plot. It's plot. And it's a book tying together the reason why you have to see shooting aliens in 5 and 6.
Joke's on
Because-
you, I cut this entire section out.
Why?
Because I can.
That's so rude.
Exactly.
Yeah, the reason part of the reason Oni's an asshole is because they see the aliens as nothing but enemies of humanity. And you can't really blame them considering what happened.
Yeah, Harvest, Reach, countless other planets that were glassed.
As far as they're concerned, they don't want to give the enemy another chance to ever try any of that again. Because what if next time humanity can't stop them?
Which is a fair point.
I mean, think about it. If you go back to Halo 3, you were able to spare how many ships for the Battle of the Ark?
One.
One ship. So what does that tell you about
One.
Earth's fleets?
The fucking Amberclad.
Exactly, we couldn't spare any ships, so that meant our
Because we were
military was
also
severely
dealing with the
depleted.
parasite.
So that means Oni's having to deal with the fact that Earth's fleets are crippled, billions are dead, countless worlds have been glassed. Humanity probably doesn't really have any ships to spare to really do anything. So
Yeah, those building
so
a fleet up to the
Oni
numbers
tries
they
to
had before the Covenant War is going to take a long time.
And so now Oni is trying to wipe out their enemies while their numbers are depleted, or at least cause like a civil war, roughly.
On top of that, the UNSC is literally in a civil war because of their politics during the Covenant War and before.
basically every major government in game is on a verge of
Killing
falling
each other.
apart. Oni's just trying to ensure humanity's survival, or at the very least the UNSC's version of it, anyways, by any means necessary.
But outside of the Halo thing, man, wow, we have video games coming out for E3. What are you guys hoping for?
I don't know, honestly. Like,
Not
what
shit.
long is it coming out? There's so much that we're gonna hear about that we don't even know yet, probably.
Well, we know for certain we're getting a Red
Right.
Dead 2.
I thought we already had one.
Oh
Nope.
boy.
There's,
What I would like is something that's never going to be announced.
So your girlfriend?
Oh!
Ow! My pride,
Sad
my
face.
dignity.
My pride
No.
and dignity.
Half-Life 3.
That's never gonna happen.
Like I said.
That is like the one game I want to
Why do you even want to have?
Hey, the day they announce Half-Life 3 is the day they come out with Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is set to release, I believe,
No,
in
it's see-
2018.
I take
The
it
reason
back
why
then.
they won't release a Half-Life 3 is because the build-up for it for so long, everybody would be disappointed even if it did come out because they couldn't live up to the hype that's been made up for it.
That is true.
Everybody's put that game on such a pedestal that if that game even came out, and if it was everything everybody wanted, it'd still disappoint everybody.
Isn't there like 7 Half-Life games?
So the community basically killed itself.
Yeah,
Basically.
it killed itself because if you look at it, it's like what they did for Duke Nukem. I mean, like, the game was so far away, and if you take it as like, oh, it's a Duke Nukem game, it's not as bad as everybody throws their fucking chains at.
No, it's just
It's
yep,
just the
penis
fact that it
joke,
took so long to
weird
come out.
weapons, boobs.
That's bad as the other games were. They're not as good as everybody keeps on saying.
Mm-hmm. And that's how that is. I mean, it's
But-
been locked in development hell and that kind of shit. I mean, how many fucking creators did Duke Nukem fucking jump in between?
Probably a lot.
Probably way too many.
I mean, the game's fun. I wouldn't say it's perfect. I mean, come on. It revolves around you
Well, all that
drinking
matters
beer
is
to
it's a
save
fun
yourself from damage. That is the base thing to it. But no, obviously we have Destiny 2 set to be revealed more. We have Darksiders 3, hopefully we'll find out more. I believe Nintendo's got some things in the pipe. Sony has got more exclusives they're announcing, big fucking deal. And then God only knows what's on the Xbox plate.
More first-person shooters.
More FPSs, oh boy!
Next Call of Duty.
Next
Yeah,
COD.
if
Actually,
anyone-
I'm really looking forward to the new COD.
They're supposed to be showing,
How did it all become the same game repeated over and over?
Call of Duty World War II, isn't it?
Yeah.
Call of Duty World War II, they're going back to the original thing that they were good at, I guess.
Now the question if it is a remake of their original titles or if it's a completely brand new thing.
So, it's...
Completely brand new thing. I know a
It's a-
bit about this game.
Yeah, it's brand new. The campaign is not being remade by, like, anything. It's its own section. You're playing a division.
Are we playing Airborne?
No, you're playing the Bloody First, the First Division. to
Okay,
touch
yes.
D-Day.
Yeah, we're doing Normandy. And we're fighting through France.
Yes.
Okay.
This is true. The big thing that caught my eye is that they already said that in the campaign that you're not going to have automatic health regen. They're going back to the old Call of Duty games where you like grab med kits and actually think about your choices.
Okay.
And it hasn't been confirmed if they're going to carry that over to multiplayer, but they have heavily said that there might be classes now in multiplayer, and they're going to try and like bridge the gap with teamwork and get people to interact with each other more than just being one map that everyone just shares the same plate with. 'Cause that's really what Call of Duty multiplayer is. Team deathmatch is just
They have
you.
been really trying to change up their multiplayer.
yeah. I think they.
Oh,
realized that
there's
with
also there was talk about them adding like this medic class that you had to keep alive in the campaign, so maybe that probably carry over into the multiplayer.
That's
And
fine.
then
Because if like
also,
your medic died, you're pretty much
fucked.
there's DLC that was announced for Black Ops 3, which is the classic zombies maps. All of them.
they're doing that again.
Yeah.
What are they
Sounds
copying all the
nice.
ones from 2?
They might do the ones from 2 and fucking whatever. It's gonna be nice because I actually really liked the Zombie Factory and all those others.
Did anyone play? I think it was either Black Ops 3 or Infinity Warfare, one of the two, where after the first campaign, it was Black Ops 3, you would get a zombie campaign rather than a zombie.
Yep. I remember that.
Oh,
I
I
That's
think I know
Black
which
Ops-
one you're
that's
talking
Black Ops
about.
3.
Yeah, Black Ops 3, and the zombie campaign, like, it connected to the ending of the original campaign, and apparently they're gonna do that with Call of Duty World War II, where apparently after you beat the real campaign, there's gonna be kind of like the what if made up zombie campaign that's gonna like correspond with it, where the Germans are like at their last leg, and like, all right, let's make an undead army. Oh shit, everything just went to hell.
Oh, you mean like what
Hit the fan.
World at War did?
World War started the game mode, which was kind of like an arcadey thing, but yeah.
Well, no, it's like if you beat the game on Veteran, and it would immediately launch you into Nocturne and Toten.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, except it's going to be like a real campaign with like a story and cutscenes and stuff like that, rather than just a game mode until you die.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see, nonetheless.
Well, I mean, I don't know why, but Zombies has always had this like, oh, if you want to see the real ending of the game, here's all the Easter eggs. I feel like that should have been like something like they should give you objectives
Okay,
in
everyone there?
the Nazi zombies instead of making like something you have to do something convoluted for like 5 hours.
At
Mhm.
some point, I think we all can agree on this. That they really should have just made their own fucking zombie game. I am dead dog serious. about
They
this.
did for the iPhone.
iPhone.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what Black Ops
They
was?
did for the iPhone.
Yeah, they brought the original.
Pretty much, to put it like this, it's that they have so much zombies content, and there is a storyline for it. They should have just really made a separate game that was zombies at this point. Because some people are literally just buying Call of Duty for the zombies. That's
Call of Duty.
okay. Everyone there?
Yep.
Yeah, I just missed everything because
Mm.
all my gear just hiccuped really hard.
Oh no.
None of the
Looks like
stuff
your
is
gear-
corrupted,
Well,
and the capture didn't stop, so...
Hopefully it's still working then.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'll cry if I fucking got corrupt footage.
Man, YouTube reached into your computer and censored you preemptively.
Nope, it's called software.
That's what you want it to be.
You know something funny? I'm reading Palm's stuff here in Discord, and I'm sitting here like, I called it. You're gonna have to fucking deal with more Necrons.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, since I missed everything, what was it that you guys were saying?
We were just exchanging opinions about the zombie game mode and what would happen to the player base if they made it its own its own standalone game, and how it would affect the Call of Duty franchise.
I feel like there's probably a whole player base just based around zombies though. So if they made like a mini side game just zombies, I feel like that could do stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because a lot of the Zombies players are hardcore COD fans to begin with.
Yeah.
It's just like Zombies was by far their biggest thing.
Well, I mean, if we look at it this way, I got a feeling if they did make it like a game, they'd have to dump in a lot of content. Because it's kind of obvious that if it was just like its own game by itself, it'd be something that you'd probably see on like an arcade marketplace. Something that's not like, it's not going to be put on disc because no one's really going to want to pay that much for a game that's only got one game mode.
Yeah, that is true.
Want to bet?
Really? I mean, there is, I think, wasn't it Black Ops 2 that tried like giving you different game modes, like you were fighting against each other and stuff like that in zombies?
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. I think that one was weird. There was like a weird thing.
Yeah, it was a weird versus type thing, and then there was a odd...
Like a really big super zombie thing where you get on the bus and go to different areas.
That was fun.
That was really fun. Getting chased by the zombie babies.
How about getting left behind?
That sucked. Running behind the bus sucked.
Did it now.
Oh yeah.
Don't stop knifing. Just don't stop knifing.
There was actually an Easter egg on that map where you could go to the original zombie map through the cornfield, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah. That was pretty great.
I don't know, like zombies to its core is just kind of like a...
At this point, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to go back to what made their game the basics. I want to say they're trying to go back to the basics of it, because what is it now? We have like fucking disco rave zombies?
We don't talk about those zombies.
That's literally what they are.
Zombies in power armor.
Zombies in power armor, I would cry.
It's in one of their games.
It is.
Prototype Necrons.
It fucking
Kim,
is.
which one?
I think
Yeah.
it's 2 or 3.
I think it was, I'm trying to remember. It was probably
Infinite.
Isn't it
Ghost.
Infinite?
Yeah,
I don't think it
Infinite
was
Warfare
Infinite.
had the one where they had like the zombies with the jetpack things.
Was that the one with Kevin Spacey?
Yes.
That's-
Okay,
No.
yeah, they had... There was one with Kevin Spacey.
Oh. Fuck, I can't even remember anymore. They blend together.
Yeah, they do. They really do blend together. The only one that really sticks out is like Modern Warfare's 1 through 3 and World at War. Those are the only ones that really stick out for me.
I think Black Ops 1 was both unique and also the fall, because it was the first real time where you had like a narration, and it kind of tried to pull a Bioshock in its story to give you like a really insane twist at the end. And I could respect that. But it was still kind of meh.
They tried.
Cold War.
It'll be interesting to see where it goes and how it ends up. But I mean, it really boils down to if the game really goes back to its roots, because I'm telling you this, a soldier's not gonna fucking wall run.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely not doing that. They're slamming the boots on the ground. But there's one controversy. How do you guys feel about when a game that's based off of actual history does something like female soldiers in multiplayer? Everyone's throwing their fit over that.
I personally don't care.
The time period, like if it's within the time period where they were a thing, I don't see any problem with it.
So in World War II,
there were women that cross-dressed to fight.
There were women.
I believe that was the French though.
Right. There were women that fought in World War II, especially there was frontline. Not so much in the American military. Like you would probably get 1 in 100.
Weren't they mostly Red Cross?
Most of them were. And most of them stayed on the rear echelon side of things, like in the back. So people.
Well, there were plenty of pilots and spies and such who were women.
Right. So, but if you're playing a game that's focused on frontline military, like face-to-face shooting each other, and everyone plays a female soldier because, hey, I can play a female, and playing girls because apparently that's a thing people do. Some people...
Yeah, Austin.
Hey, don't judge. Let me live my fantasy, goddammit. Do you think that would ruin your authenticity if you're trying to play a realistic, gritty World War II game and you're seeing a bunch of frontline female soldiers running around?
In the multiplayer?
Probably
in the multiplayer.
No.
No, multiplayer, I get why that would be like...
In the campaign, I would be a little miffed about.
In the campaign, they're not doing that. In the campaign,
That's
getting...
fine.
No, heck, if you want to stick female soldiers in there, in like World War II era, give them different uniforms, like militia, stuff like that.
You will be playing a female in the campaign, though you're playing a French rebel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That works.
It's a historical. Yeah, it makes sense, which is why they're letting you do that. But in multiplayer, what is it going to be like? Every male soldier's American, and every female girl is just French rebel.
Are they gonna do that for the Wehrmacht too? The fucking Wehrmacht?
Oh yeah,
Wehrmacht. There we go, Wehrmacht.
I forgot about that. How are they gonna do that? Like I don't remember being.
I'm sorry. The only time I've really seen women dressed up in uniform is when it was Nazi oriented, and there were high-ranking women in the Nazi party.
There was, though I don't think they were ever on front line. It's not normally.
No. They were mainly they mainly helped run the camps and the ghettos.
I believe it was.
And there was some scientists.
I believe it was Russia, the Dutch, and the Finns that had frontline female soldiers.
The Russians just shove. If you're a warm body and you're able to aim a gun straight, I think they just shoved you on the front lines.
They usually made women either pilots, tankers, or snipers. Very rarely would they just be regular frontline. But for Dutch and Finns, yeah, you were given a rifle just like anyone else.
Well, I'm trying to remember, there was a sniper. I'm trying to remember where it was. It was a woman sniper. And she held off the Red Army.
I know what you're talking about. I cannot remember the fucking story to save my life.
The Red Army?
Yeah, the Red Army. It was one of the smaller European countries that got attacked by the Soviets.
I think that was the male.
Are you sure?
You guys are talking about the Russian-Finnish war, right?
I
don't know.
Fuck.
We're talking about a sniper. I'm sure there was.
Where's my phone? I can Google this.
Don't worry, someone in the comments that.
No, I want this fact check.
No.
I want this fact check.
Just take out all the parts that you don't like. You're
3
just
hours
like
later.
Don't worry about it.
Take all the parts I don't like. Become
your YouTube incarnate.
Found him.
Become
He's called the
Dashcon.
White Death.
become Dashcon.
Censor me, Joseph. Censor me like the YouTube.
No, I'll just replace you with a ball pit.
Here. Right here, put his name in
It's
the
a ball pit. Ball pits don't argue,
Put
right?
his name in the chat.
I'll piss in the ball pit too.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. No, there was a female sniper though.
Piss on me. The ball pit did nothing wrong.
Female sniper, World War II.
Can someone just hold it? I mean, like, why do we gotta piss in general? Like, really?
Someone actually did piss in the ball pit at Dashcon.
Oh boy.
Sometimes you just gotta go. It's like when
Oh,
you're
shit.
pissing in
Unless
the
you're
pool.
talking about the female, unless you're talking about the one
Nicknames:
who-
Lady Death, born July 12th, 1916, October 10th, 1974. Died. That was the time she died. She was allied with the Soviet Union and was serving with the Red Army. Years of service: 1941 to 1953. She became the rank of major in the
damn.
25th Rifle Division.
Holy shit.
Fought in the
Amazing.
siege of Odessa and the siege of Sebastopol.
See, you confused me there. If you mentioned Lady Death, yeah, or Lumilla.
Yeah.
John, it's not like I remembered her name. I do know there was a female sniper. I just don't remember her name. It's been a while, okay?
You said it against the Red Army.
John, calm down. He'll censor you if you argue.
Just censor John, replace him with a candy bar.
I'm already a ball pit, John. Don't go down this lane. It
That's
doesn't
okay. I'm just
roll.
gonna take a shit at the ball pit too.
No, I'm the ball pit. Stop shitting on me.
Yeah.
This isn't okay. I
Yep,
didn't
it
sign up
was
for
it was fucking Lady Death.
You declared you're a ball pit.
Why the fuck did I think there was? For some reason I thought it was a female for the other one that was put up there.
I think there were multiples, but Lady Death's probably the most popular.
Lady Death is the most popular. There were several Soviet women that were snipers.
Mm-hmm. Because
Yeah.
again, it was just one of those things where you're not directly in the.
The more
front.
you know, women weren't really oppressed in Russia. They were just starved.
No, they're just gonna be sniping Germans.
Everyone got starved equally in Russia. They were probably the most equal to both sexes, you know.
Yep.
You don't get food, and you don't get food, and you get a brick for a gun.
Yeah, no, but
That moment, this YouTube channel turns into a history channel.
History.
History with video games.
But no, that is by far one of the better parts of this, though. Especially when we talk about World War II stuff, we tend to tangent on that. But I wouldn't complain about the multiplayer having women. It's like, whatever. The campaign I would have a small issues with, even though it is Call of Duty and it's a video game, I wouldn't really give a shit. It would bug me. Because it's like, historically speaking, there were men. It was a very bloody war, especially in the first.
Oh yeah.
I just feel bad for them because they get their asses ripped no matter what they do. There's articles posted about them saying Call of Duty trying to be diverse with women soldiers just to get your money. I was like,
Did you see the one where SJWs thought they were stamping on trans rights?
you can't make them happy. You can't. Put more women in video games. Okay, here you go. Oh, now you've pissed us off in another way. It's like
They're too
come on.
sexualized.
Yes, fuck.
She is literally wearing a jumpsuit. I'm upset because
well,
she's prettier
Easy
than
access.
Easy access.
No, it's
Jen,
because her tit size is
As the
50
only
bigger.
Jen, as the only girl in here right now, next to Jonathan.
Fuck you.
You and John now represent all of women and their rights. What do you have to say
What
about this?
is your opinions on this stuff, especially when it comes to having women in video games?
Remember, if you don't say the right thing, they'll kill you.
They can try, for starters. As a woman in the military myself, I actually think it's kind of cool that they're, like, for multiplayer, they are representing, even if it's not completely historically accurate, that they're there. I think it's a good idea. Sure, it's not historically accurate, but it's multiplayer, it's Call of Duty, it's a video game. Who the fuck cares? Get over yourself.
You heard it here first, folks. Get the fuck over yourselves.
It matters more in campaign than multiplayer, and even then, it's a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Death to the patriarchy.
John, I'm taking your
Shrugs.
Tumblr rights away. I told you to use it specifically for porn. You're looking at Victoria's shit now. As soon as you know it, you'll be into yaoi.
I forgot my Tumblr password like 2 years ago.
John,
Why
you're
the
being
fuck are you
brainwashed.
tattooing the blogs on your arms?
So I can remember
Because
the
it's not.
Victoria's password.
So he can remember the pain.
No, but that is a fair point when it comes down to having women in games. It's interesting having, at least they're being shown to a degree. It's not like we're sitting here arguing about, for instance, the big whole thing with fucking Tracer. Oh my god, she's a lesbian. It's a huge thing for video games.
Aren't like half of the characters in Overwatch lesbians?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I've seen so much porn I can't tell.
That's a very good point.
I honestly think that's probably why they made her a lesbian. It's like she's sucking too much dick in pictures.
You want to see her eat some carpet. that's the fucking thing behind it.
Well, I mean, like, they had this whole big thing where they, like, tried, like, I think it was, like, I don't know what it was, but it involved them trying to take stuff down involving that stuff.
Yeah, they tried removing a lot of the pornography, but in reality, dude, porn's like a Hydra. You literally cut off one head, 7 pictures pop up.
Yeah.
Roll 34.
Cut off one head, two
If
more
it-
shall take its place.
Kinky.
It's roll 34. If it exists, there's porn of it.
Do we think that's a bad thing? Relatively? I mean, when it comes to us guys, it's gonna be a staple that we say yes. But in reality,
really
we
don't
really
care
don't
either
give
way.
a fuck.
Yeah.
I
Jen,
don't
what
care
about
either
you?
way.
Since apparently it's objectifying. Not to put you on the spot, but since apparently drawing porn of Tracer is objectifying women and ruining gay and lesbian rights,
People need to stop being so sensitive over absolutely everything. Like, yeah, there are problems. That's not one of them.
I mean, it was funny when I was listening to this, and if I'm right, John, a mutual friend of ours, went off about it. In fact, she went off at me about it, which was an interesting thing because she's like, "Oh, it's this, and this. They over-sexualize da 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 da." And my retort is that they do the same thing to guys and men.
Yeah, why do
But
you...
we're a majority, so it doesn't count.
I
Why
mean,
do you also
literally,
the hot
what
guys in Call
what
of
the
Duty?
fuck do you, what the fuck do you
there
call
we go, there's
yaoi?
argument.
Right
mean-
now, women are in the world the majority.
I mean,
Where's
I'm
my
sitting
right?
There
here
are
as
more women in the world than there are men right now.
Oh,
Exactly.
your rights are back. Your rights are currently somewhere in some battlefield somewhere.
In a shitty, pissy ball pit. Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
That's where my rights are.
In fact, hold on. I think.
But
in fact,
it's,
I think I'm
it's
on
interesting thing is
Get
that
over here.
I was listening to her argument, and there's a lot of other women and guys with this argument, but I sit here and I look at it, and I'm like, there are literally people out there who ship 2 straight men together, and write them being gay and shit like that, and they overly fantasize it. Isn't that the same issue as having fucking people do that with women as well?
It is. But it's a double
It is.
standard. Because, of course, they're men, so of course it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But it's.
That plus for women it's more visual I guess.
I mean,
You
like...
don't say a whole lot more than yaoi, basically.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. So, like, it's
Plus the
okay.
Fox, in which case you look up the internet and you focus solely on yaoi.
It's okay if they draw me and Fox fucking, but it's not okay if I draw them fucking. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, wait a minute. Like,
It's because you notice it a lot
Hello,
more.
left field.
That's the thing. It's
John, come here. We need to come to the ball pit. We need to come.
alright, down on your knees then.
Yeah.
Well,
I
he's
don't
already
like where
on
this
his
is
knees.
going.
Oh boy.
Why can't everything just be equal? Why can't we both be fucked in the same part?
No, but I find
I
it
don't know.
interesting with
What
that
does that
double.
have to do with the ball pit?
But guys, I find this relatively
Fucking about them.
interesting with that double standard being there, because in my time gaming, I have seen a slew of gay and lesbian characters. And when it came to Overwatch, which in reality it wouldn't really matter because you're killing each other. It's
True enough.
and you're sitting there, it's like, oh cool, we have representation. I'm like, okay.
In a game about capturing the point.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is the
Capturing
equal
the ball.
representation
I
part.
think the only reason why they're giving them representation is because they gave all the characters like these little backstory videos.
Mm-hmm. And then people are like, I can relate to
That's-
that, so it must be true.
Yeah. What you mean?
Oh my
hey,
gosh,
yeah.
Diva plays video games. I play video games. She's like me now.
It was like when I tried, it was like, this was a while ago when Doom was coming out. I remember people saying Doom was sexist.
Really?
Yeah. Because they
What?
had,
How?
they had, what's her name as the villain.
Because the female was a villain.
Yeah.
That's a little ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie.
If anything, it made men look
What the
bad.
fuck?
It just made us look like Neanderthals punching everything instead of solving our problems with words.
I know women who are 4 times better than me
Wait,
at
you suffer
Doom.
problems with words?
I try not to, but sometimes I just have to, because I can't reach to the screen and strangle your ass, John. So I have to calmly talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I was
No,
just
I
talking like,
mean-
wait, you just so
Yeah.
challenged to a game of Rome or something?
And then there was the moment they thought that Doom was too violent.
So that one I can kind of understand.
It's not violent enough.
No, they were complaining it wasn't like Doom 3, and they just typed up the violence to like pander to men. And I sat there, I looked at the original Doom, I looked at Brutal Doom, and I looked at Doom. I'm like, huh. I see no difference except for graphics.
It's taking the original concept and then just modernizing it with today's technology.
Oh yeah.
And I just, yeah, it's frustrating.
Oh, it's always going to be a hot topic issue. Guaranteed there's going to be some flack in the comment section if anyone bothers to comment.
I guarantee if, like, at the end of that game, if the Doom guy just pulled off his helmet and you could just see in the reflection of Chick's face, everyone would lose their shit. Everyone would just
see that too, yeah.
explode.
Yeah. The people would die. In my opinion, I wouldn't care because the Doom Slayer is the Doom Slayer. The original concept for Doom in the Doom Bible was that the fact it was different people in each game, which was obviously changed.
Introducing the Doom Gal. Fucking DLC, $5 day one.
But I mean, at the same time, I would be
Nope,
completely...
nope. See, since it's a girl, it's gonna be 20.
Oh, that's right. People will pay for it too.
I mean, it's nice having women in games.
New
It's
character
nice knowing
model.
that there's games with LGBT characters.
Mhm.
I'm completely cool with that because it's showing the progression with it. Do I really relatively care if so and so is a fucking lesbo and a shooter? Not really.
No, not really. I mean, it's
It's
cool.
too
that
much
they
in your
give a-
face. Because, I mean, like... In my opinion, and I know it's gonna, like, get everybody pissy and mad, but I feel like, because, I mean, it was a problem that I had to deal with in high school, that being gay or something else like that and labeling yourself became a popular thing to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody else has been going with that, because, I mean, like, if you're doing you don't have to tell the whole entire world, but, like, it became popular to show off that I'm now this, and this, and maybe let me make a new gender for myself. And yeah,
It's-
I don't see the point.
It's like,
feel
for
unique.
instance, it's like I hardly talk about my sexuality. But since we're talking about it, I'm gonna fucking bring it up because to prove a point.
Hi.
Austin, how long did it take you to know before I was actually into both men and women?
Not long.
Dead serious.
You know, it's been. I personally could not think of the time because we've known each other for so long that it's just normal for me. So yeah,
Yeah.
you like women, and nothing's changed because of that. but I get your point.
I mean, I literally didn't tell you until I was one time talking to a guy I was dating. And then it was like, oh, hey, are you talking to your girlfriend? I'm like, no, I'm talking to my boyfriend. And then you're like, oh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I did. I went, oh, and, you know, it was...
And that was pretty
reaction.
much it.
And that was it. I was like, all right, well, moving on.
I mean, and then at that point, I never really brought it up to anybody. It's like, I'm not going like, oh, hey, and we've had members in the gaming community we are in be that upfront about it. I've dealt with people that are that upfront about it, where they'll go, you don't like dealing with me because I'm a lesbian. What the fuck? I'll sit there and go, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't like dealing with you because you're an asshole.
Hey, everybody, Hellhound's homophobic. Throw ball pits at him. Just giant ball.
It doesn't work physically.
Are
The
we
entire
throwing
ball
acid
pit?
at him?
Just the entire ball pit.
The
But
entire
why
ball
would we
pit.
throw you at him?
John, what about you, man? How long, when I came out to you and fucking Vic, it was completely left field. And then after I
was,
came
actually.
and then when I came out to you guys, did I ever fucking bring it up?
No.
Exactly.
In fact, if I remember
Yeah, the problem I
correctly,
have is people that will like.
if we're still going to McDonald's or not.
You asked him if you wanted McDonald's or not first?
Mostly,
I mean, no,
yeah.
we were also already talking about going to McDonald's, and then he brought it up.
Yep. I may have been a little buzzed at the time.
Hey, whatever works.
What were you
I was
gonna say,
like,
Fox?
Oh, I was just saying that I just don't like it. Like, I don't know. People used to back in my day, as I shake my old fist, bring it up like it was like the thing that you need to be.
Some cool new fad type of deal.
Yeah,
So-
I would admit during high school that was a major issue for me. Because immediately when like a few people I told found out, they immediately thought I was going to change my entire attire. There, fuck me. Why are those words so similar?
Because the American language sucks.
But I sat there and I told them, if you put a rainbow sticker on any of my shit, I'll gut you with it. And it's not the fact that I'm against that. It's the fact that it's not me. I'm not gonna sit down and change entirely who I am just because I fucking like guys or gals. I'm not gonna do that. And people shouldn't get that aspect. It's like, you shouldn't change who you are based on what you like.
Yeah, because when you
be
do
you.
that, yeah. Because when you do that, you give them the fuel to like burn their own stereotypes.
Mm-hmm. You just make yourself look worse.
And you ruin it for other people too, because it's the one overly flamboyant kind of in your face, I'm gay and I need to tell you that I'm gay, or I'm lesbian, or I'm bi, or whatever. I need to tell you this so you understand that, because it's everything you need to know about me. You don't need to know my name, you don't need to know what I am into or what I like. You just need to know this, because I put my sexuality first. You are now basically double standing the thing that you're fighting against, which is, it shouldn't matter what my sexuality is, just treat me like a normal person and we'll get along just fine.
Exactly. Don't pull an SJW and freak out when someone gets your fucking pronouns wrong, for heaven's sake. Makes you look like a complete dickhead.
Yeah, because when you shove it in someone's face...
Sorry, ma'am, that won't happen again.
It's like, what? To sum it up, if coming out and then you being able to comfortably wear those clothes you wanted to wear, cross-dress, whatever, if that is you, oh, fucking go for it. But don't let...
You do you, brah.
Yeah, you do you. But if you literally are changing your appearance and trying to shove it in everyone's face just because of that fact, you shouldn't have to. You should just be you and let people move on. Don't get me wrong, there are some gay dudes that are really fucking flamboyant. I'm talking like
then we-
Their personality half the time.
Look, if you're
But,
gay or lesbian, that's all fine and dandy. Now, will you please order your goddamn chicken nuggets so I can get some damn hamburgers, please?
There was
I wanna.
yeah, Fox.
I was just gonna say the ones I always used to have the problem with is the guys that would say that they're gay just to get the girl to talk to them.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the reason that became popular is because they figured out if they said that they were gay, the girl would be like, "Oh well, you're not after me then."
I'll
3 months
kick ass.
later, she's been fucked by him twice, and he's still saying he's gay.
I don't like pussy. How come you keep fucking me every night?
Don't worry about it.
I just want to experiment.
I just want to make sure I'm sure. Can we do anal tonight? I think I got rhythm to gag.
That's not technically what happened, but close enough.
But that's the interesting part. I mean, it's like you do you, I do me, we both do each other, probably. If I was to quote Markiplier.
Always quote Markiplier.
No, it's like, what was it? Markiplier said this, and I'll say this on a couple of times. It's like, be comfortable with who you are. Don't try to change yourself to meet some ideal.
'Cause usually that won't make you happy.
It just makes you go fucking miserable. But outside the whole sexuality thing and ranting about that for about 20 minutes. We all like
talk
female.
about something equally toxic and talk about politics.
Man, we
Nope.
share every single thing.
Nope.
No. You're
No.
gonna cut that out too.
No. No politics.
Such a
No no fucking politics. I want to try and avoid that as much as fucking possible.
Obama.
That is a fucking toxic.
Sorry, I had to make the joke.
That nobody wins.
I appreciate it, Fox. Someone had to. You did.
Because we all die in atomic fire later.
And then it doesn't
Yay!
matter what pronoun you choose because you'll be dead.
Excuse me, I identify as a
No, I'll have
attack
my Volt
helicopter.
suit. Be that one creepy guy.
Oh my god. Oh lord.
My
We all
pronouns
become
are
fucking
death
ghouls.
and missile.
I can't tell what you are. Your
Who
skin's
can?
wrinkling.
It's gonna be an interest. Gaming now is gonna be interesting, especially with how I would say for Rhythm, isn't it the far right for you guys and the far left for us are acting?
We have
Like
we
your-
don't really have any far thing in our office currently. We have
Well, I'm talking about the people.
the people are interesting.
Because we have literally crazies forming up on each side, if I'm gonna be fair.
Yep.
Who think the world's against them and their certain ideals and blah blah blah. But here's how it's gonna boil down. I know it's gonna affect video game development.
And unfortunately, there's always going to be those people.
It's gonna affect Earth.
Personally,
Why can't we be friends?
because the world sucks and you're not using my pronouns, John.
That means you're a fascist and a Nazi. Hate Jews.
Look, I'm sorry, ma'am. That won't happen again.
I'm a sir.
I'm sorry, I identify as an attack helicopter, you fuck.
Okay, Mr. Apache.
See my Apache missiles.
Okay,
So
Apache
fucking
helicopter.
dumb. That's so fucking
Turns out I
dumb,
just
but
decided
it's
I'm an
still
A10 and
funny.
I just blasted both your asses out of the sky.
Joke's on you, you're
So
only
if you
good
sit
for
down-
ground to air. Air to ground.
I have a big ass cannon. Watch me blow up your refueling station.
But we're running on. We're
Space
outside the very sexual talk where that just went down. We're at time for the podcast. So
We need
Well,
to talk more about
Yay!
Minecraft.
I can leave. Fuck y'all.
no,
Stay here. You're not going
stay,
anywhere.
Fox.
Fox thought you were enjoying yourself. Oh my god.
You have to stay for the after party.
Yeah, he's sitting there in the ball pit.
There's an after party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
it's
in
the ball
ball
pit.
with all the shit
Yeah.
and piss.
No, it's
Come
a
on
separate
in.
ball pit that's
I'm good.
glitter
Can I-
balls.
Come on. You know you want to jump.
I'd rather
through some
go over
balls.
here with all the
And
shitty
the women
FNAF
from
fans.
Mass Effect. It's the human women from Mass Effect sitting in the ball pit.
Oh God.
I'm so real. Well,
Get me out of here.